I forbid you maidens all under warning take by me. Don't go down to the chaser's wood. If a maid you want to return, return. If a maid you want to return. Lady Margaret, she's sitting in the hall. Her cheeks as red as the rose, and she's run down to the chaser's wood to pull them flowers that grow and grow. To pull them flowers that grow, but she hadn't pulled the one red rose, a rose but barely three, when a voice said, Lady, how dare you touch your rose without no leave of me and of me, without no leave of me. Well, these woods, she says, they are me own. Me father, he gave 'em to me, and I'll bend and I'll bow and I'll break a branch. Shall ask no leave of thee, shall ask no leave of thee. And he's taken a by the lily white hand to where the grass it grows so green. And what they done there, well, I just couldn't say, for the green leaves came between and between. The green leaves came between. Now there's 24 maidens, they're all sitting in the hall, their cheeks as red as the rose, all except for Lady Margaret. It's pale and wan she goes and goes, it's pale and wan she goes. Yes, there's 24 maidens, they're all sitting in the hall, all playing at the chess, all except for Lady Margaret, who's green as any grass, any grass. She's green as any grass. And up and spoke one of them girls, and on her face was a smile, saying, I think my lady's lived a little long, and now she goes with child, with child, and now she goes with child. And up and spoke an old grey knight, leaning over the garden wall, oh, woe be to you, Lady Margaret, for we'll be blamed all, blamed all, oh, we'll be blamed all. Ah, had your tongue, you old fat knight, and an ill death may you die. I'll father me bairn on whom I will, shall father none on thee, shall father none on thee. Then up and spoke another of them girls, and a pretty little maid was she, saying, I know a herb grows in the chaser's wood, 'twill twine the babe from thee, from thee, 'twill twine the babe from thee. And Lady Margaret, she has taken out her silver comb, and she has combed her hair, and she's run down to the chaser's wood, as fast as she could tear and could tear, as fast as she could tear. But she hadn't pulled the one bitter herb, the herb that grows there in the long, when she heard Tamlyn behind her saying, Margaret, leave it alone, oh sweetheart, Margaret, leave it alone. Oh, why do you want that bitter, bitter herb, the herb that grows there in the grey, except for to twine away the pretty little baby that we got in our play, that we got in our play. Well, tell me this, Tamlyn, she says, whether a mortal man you be. Well, I'll tell you the truth without a word of a lie. I got christened as good as thee, and as thee, got christened as good as thee. But as I rode out on a bitter, bitter day, it's from my horse I fell, and the Queen of the Elvins did take me into yonder green woods to dwell and to dwell, into yonder green woods to dwell. And every seventh year we pay a toll to hell, and the last to come in is the first to go, and tonight the toll's mysel, tonight the toll's mysel, for tonight it is the Halloween, when the elven court must ride, and if you would your true lovers safe, by the old mill bridge you must bide and bide, by the old mill bridge you must bide. Well, the woods grew dark and the woods grew dim. Tamlyn was gone, and she's picked up her pretty little feet, and to the old mill bridge she has run and run. To the old mill bridge she has run, but she's looked high and she's looked low. She's compassed all around, but she nothing saw, she nothing heard. She's heard no mortal sound, no sound. She's heard no mortal sound. But at the darkest hour of that night, she's heard a bridal bell ring. It pierced her heart, gave her a start, more than any mortal thing, anything, more than any mortal thing. And first there come a black horse, and then there come a brown, and they both run by the white, and she threw her arms up about his neck, and he did not hear a fright, a fright. They did not hear a fright. And thunder rolled across the sky, the stars shone bright as the day, and the queen of the elvins gave a thrilling cry, Tamlyn's away, away, oh, Tamlyn's away. And they've changed him then, and it's all in her arms, to a big black dog to bite, and she's held him close, she's feared him not. He didn't her a fright, a fright. He didn't her a fright. And they've changed him again, and it's all in her arms, to a big black hissing snake. And she's held him close, she's feared him not. He was one of God's own make, own make. He's one of God's own make. And they've changed him again, and it's all in her arms, to a white hot bar of iron. She's held him close, she's feared him not. He's done to her no harm, no harm. He has done to her no harm. And they've changed him again, and it's all in her arms, to a lion roaring wild. And she's held him close, she's feared him not. He's the father of her child, she knew he was the father of her child. And they've changed him at last, and it's all in her arms, to a mother naked man. And she's thrown a cloak about his shoulders, crying, Tamlyn, we've one love, we've one, my love. Tamlyn, we've won. Well, the queen of the elvins, how she cursed young Tamlyn, oh, how she cursed him good. Oh, when you was mine, I should have plucked out your eyes, and put into eyes of wood, of wood. I put into eyes of wood. Yes, curses on you, Tamlyn, she says, you once was my very own, and when you was mine, I should have pulled out your heart, and put in a heart of stone, cold stone. Yes, put in a heart of stone.